Hello everyone, the Klaus here, and today guys I'm gonna review again a slicer set, the last one in fact, and it's gonna be again Millennium because the main feature of this set is got two modes in fact. So you've got the Titan mode as I've already reviewed, and you've got the normal slicer size set, if I can say so, plus his motorcycle, which is quite interesting. And this is the set we're gonna review today, of course, and this is also the last slicer set because I think I will review the combination, the three combination, excuse me, well at the end of August. So here's the normal slicer, in fact, which is a two-legged one, as you can see, and it's going to be really quick because I've already reviewed all of the slicers, and it's nothing really, well, it's reused most of the parts. So, for example, you got the same body frame right here for those two leg slicers, a little gear, as you can see right here, the head, of course, which is the golden one, plus his nice and neat visor right here. Notice the waist and the connector used in this way, which will, in fact, well, you will see later in the articulation section that there is a great range of articulation with this one. So also you can notice the legs, which are the same slicer's feet. Well, it's just feet. And this time it's got two throwing arm discs, so like blasters and judge, for example. So we're gonna see that later. Also notice the position of the shoulder part, and then you got one specific part is the two Technic panels parts used as kind of a shoulder pad right here, which looks pretty nice. And that's quite all. Also the colors, of course, as you have may noticed, are blacks and dark gray, which of course is the old dark gray, not the new one from 2004. And of course you have the two discs, as I've already shown you in the Titan mode review. So this one, really nice, with the slicer's planet and a way of light emitting from the center of the planet. And there you go, you got the golden disc. Well, it's kind of a tan when you look on the back, but a golden disc with the second mode I'm gonna show you. I'm showing you right now. So of course, for those who don't know, here how it works, and it works pretty nice and perfectly. Well, at least it depends on the slicers and the arms, but well, most of the time. And now for the articulation section, so of course, yes, you've got the throwing disc gimmick. Of course, you can turn this parts like this. There is one ball joint per arms. You've got the little gears right here, which allow you to turn this up and down, but because of this two panels part, it's kind of blocked, as you can see right here. I can't really do much better. And the same goes when you make him look down. And now for the legs, you got two ball joints, and which is really interesting is that because the connectors are put in this way, it's allow you to put the legs in this two position, which really allow you to make a different type of pose, and really impressive one for a slicer set, I have to say, which is quite cool. And well, that's all for this set, guys, for the slicer set, at least for the slicer characters itself. So looking pretty nice, I have to say. Nothing really original or really interesting, but still I really like the addition of the two slicer panels. The two throwing arm discs also are a nice addition, plus the possibility, which is really great with this slicer. So it's really a nice one, even if it's not really that original or not really that impressive. And now for the motorcycle itself, so the color scheme is black and well, as you can see, plus some touch of dark gray, but nothing really interesting. So this motorcycle is divided, guys, into three sections. So you've got the first one, which is kind of the main frame of the motorcycle. Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna cut this part off. So the main frame, which is, as you can see, is mainly made of Technic beams, so a normal one, a curved one, in fact. So Technic beams, as you can see, nothing really interesting because there is no really specific part, just Technic beams to make the frame, to make the seat and stuff like that. Notice the light at the back of the motorcycle, which looks pretty nice. Also the wheels right here, which of course turn because. Of course it turns, then you have this little part, this axle right here, which will be useful to put the feet, yes, of the sliders on the bike. And I think that's quite all for this part of the bike, of the motorcycle, excuse me. Then you got this little part right here, which is useful to link, of course, the front part of the motorcycle with of course, the front wheel, as you can see, and the handling. And I do not have the name for this, but, well, you know what I mean. So as you can see right here, there's some parts there, and also yes, this front part is made with, in fact, two parts, which is this one, which are what I call the A-shaped part, as you can see right here, because it's a, it kind of looks like an A. So with these two parts, we're gonna make the front. We're gonna make the front part of the motorcycle. So there's two little hose pipes which are really nice. They look like some kind of suspension. And then we're gonna use two slicer lift arms right there to link the front wheel, as you can see. Also notice the little light with stickers applied on this system parts. And then of course this section, oh excuse me, we're gonna put right here. And then it works, of course you can turn this part as you want. And then for the third section, which is in fact just some design elements, so two technique panels and two hose pipes, as you can see right here. We're gonna link this part there and here, and it's done. And it's look pretty nice when you look, of course, on the side, because it's follow exactly the same shape as the technique beam. As you can see, it follows the same line, so it's look pretty crisp and neat, I have to say. Those pipe right here, which kind of limits the articulation, because yes, of course, there is no articulation apart from the wheels which turns and the front part which turns also. But you will see that the slicer can't really turn this front part. Because of his limited arms, of course. So here's a little turnaround of the bike. Looking pretty, well, nothing really, well, it's not really creative because it's really a normal motorcycle, but it's done well, I have to say. It's really done well, so no problem on this point, even if it's not the most original bike I have ever seen in my life, but still. So now I'm gonna put, of course, the sliders on there, so you're gonna put the two little feet on this axles right here, like that. Oh yeah, of course I would show you another feature of this bike. Then I'm gonna put the arms on the front, putting the two kind of ends on these pins right here, as you can see, to block the arms in there. Well, of course, sometimes the legs fall off, so here we go. And now for the little details is that you can in fact, store your disc into this part, into this three little parts, as you can really see, yes, here, here, and there. Putting this part right here, and then you can also put the second disc, of course, on the other side of the motorcycle, so right there, and here we go, it's done. So it'll turn around of the bike plus the sliders on it, and it's look pretty nice, I have to say. So see, apart from the fact that you can't really turn this part or stuff like this, it's looking pretty nice. And here we go, guys. So that's all for this set. So to sum up really quickly, the sliders itself is, well, not really original, but still it's done perfectly. It does perfectly the job, I have to say, for a slicer, because it's pretty well articulated, and well, at least it's got some original parts from the other sliders, like for example the two technique panels parts, and also the fact that it's got two arms. Also, now for the bike, it's not really, in terms of design, it's not really that original. It's really a normal motorcycle, but at least it's done well. I have to say, with all the technique beams for the frame, plus this little technique panels and hose pipe, which really adds to the overall design elements. And then, of course, you got the two ways, the little lights on the front and on the backs. Also, all the little stowing disc stuff on the sides, which look which is pretty useful, I have to say, to store your disk and not lose them in your room. And well, that's all, guys. So it's a pretty interesting set, plus the fact that, of course, it's got a second mode, which is a Titan mode I have already reviewed. So of course it's really a great value set, I have to say, because you can really make two form, well, kind of three form if I count the bike and the slicer separately, and they are all three great forms, in fact. So well, if you find this set on eBay or in a garage sale, I have to say that you can buy him, because it's really a pretty nice set. And that's all for this one, guys, and that's also all for the Slicer team, apart from the combiner models I'm gonna review later. But for now, that's all for the set, the 12 sets released between 1999 and the year 2000. So 12 sets, all pretty different, as you have seen, and they're all pretty great. So of course, except for the articulations problem and stuff like that, but seriously, they're all pretty great because they're all pretty different, even if they use the same parts. But I have already said that in my precedent review, I think, so I'm not gonna repeat myself again. So that's all for this brand, guys, and I think I'm gonna now keep on reviewing some Bionicle set and maybe some other set, like for example the Robo Riders, but we're gonna see that maybe later. So well, that's all, guys, and of course, if you have any comments or questions on this set I have not answered in this review, feel free to ask them on my video, on the comment section of this video, excuse me. And well, that's all. So hope you enjoyed, and see you later. Bye bye.